Many people over 50 believe that aging is simply a natural process of time that cannot be slowed down. Wrinkles appear, energy decreases, memory becomes less sharp, and joints start to ache. Most accept these changes as inevitable, blaming them on genetics or the passage of years. But what if one of the greatest accelerators of aging is not age itself, but something people are putting into their bodies every single day without even realizing it? Recent research has revealed a shocking truth. A vitamin, often praised for its benefits and included in countless supplements and fortified foods, may actually be speeding up the aging process when consumed in excess. This hidden factor can damage cells, increase oxidative stress, and push the body toward premature aging after 50. Millions of people take it daily, believing they are protecting their health, but in reality, they are quietly fueling the very decline they are trying to avoid. There are countless stories of individuals who followed health advice faithfully, only to notice that their skin aged faster, their energy declined more quickly, and their risk of chronic diseases increased. Doctors began to investigate, and the answer often pointed not to a lack of nutrients, but to an overload. The danger lies in the fact that this vitamin is not only present in supplements, but also hidden in everyday foods, making it easy to consume far more than the body actually needs. This discovery is changing the way experts think about nutrition and longevity. The question is no longer just about what vitamins to take, but also which ones to avoid in excess. Understanding this hidden element could mean the difference between aging gracefully and suffering from accelerated decline. After the age of 50, the human body begins to reveal the subtle but relentless signs of time. Fine lines deepen into wrinkles, joints ache more often, and tasks that once required little effort now feel demanding. For many, these changes are not simply physical inconveniences, they carry a deeper fear. The fear of becoming dependent on others, of losing vitality, of fading away before life has been fully lived. The mirror reflects a face that seems older than the mind feels, and energy levels drop without explanation, leaving people wondering why their efforts to stay healthy seem ineffective. They turn to supplements, fortified foods, and multivitamin packs, trusting promises that more nutrients will protect them from decline. Yet, despite their dedication, the results often disappoint. The skin continues to lose elasticity, bones become more fragile, and memory lapses occur with increasing frequency. Instead of reassurance, there is confusion. The question arises, what if the very things believed to safeguard health are actually working against it? This fear is intensified by the stories around them. Friends and relatives who once seemed strong suddenly age rapidly, experiencing fractures, heart problems, or early cognitive decline. Each case sparks anxiety. Could the same fate be awaiting them? Doctors recommend lifestyle changes, but the shelves of pharmacies and grocery stores overflow with products that promise longevity in a capsule or powder. The temptation to consume them daily is powerful, as it seems like the simplest way to fight aging. Few stop to consider that the body's needs evolve with age, and that certain substances once helpful in youth may become harmful in maturity. The hidden danger lies in accumulation, in the slow buildup of compounds that the body can no longer regulate as efficiently as before. What is framed as a solution may actually be the silent architect of accelerated aging, and in that realization emerges a profound sense of unease as people over 50 begin to suspect that their struggle is not only against time itself, but against unseen forces in their own daily routines. One of the most widespread mistakes people over 50 make is assuming that if a small amount of a vitamin is good, then more must be better. This belief has been reinforced for decades by marketing campaigns that portray supplements as a shortcut to youth, strength, and vitality. As a result, many individuals take multiple multivitamins each day, often alongside single high-dose capsules of specific nutrients. Without realizing it, they may be consuming several times the recommended daily intake, believing they are fortifying their defenses against aging. In reality, they are quietly creating an environment in which their bodies must process and store excessive amounts of compounds that can no longer be balanced as efficiently as in younger years. Another mistake is the reliance on fortified foods. Breakfast cereals, protein bars, meal replacement shakes, and even bottled drinks are promoted as convenient sources of energy and nutrition, often boasting extra vitamins added to every serving. For someone who is already supplementing, these hidden additions push daily intake well beyond safe levels. Unlike natural foods, where nutrients are balanced within the whole structure of the plant or animal product, synthetic fortification can overwhelm the system, creating imbalances that stress organs such as the liver and kidneys. Instead of protecting health, these foods contribute to silent toxicity that reveals itself only after years of use. A further mistake lies in ignoring the changing needs of the aging body. After 50, metabolism slows, the absorption of certain nutrients shifts, and hormone levels change. What was once necessary in youth may now be excessive. Yet, many continue to take the same supplements they did decades earlier, never questioning whether their requirements have changed. This lack of adjustment creates the perfect conditions for overconsumption, particularly with fat-soluble vitamins that accumulate in tissues over time. Finally, there is the mistake of blind trust. People believe that because a product is sold over the counter or labeled as natural, it must be safe. They rarely consult healthcare professionals before adding new supplements, and even when they do, the conversation often remains superficial. The habit of combining pills, powders, and fortified foods becomes a daily ritual that feels healthy, but is in truth harmful. The body, burdened by excess, responds with accelerated signs of aging dry skin, brittle bones, fatigue, and increased vulnerability to chronic diseases. These mistakes, repeated daily, become the hidden accelerators of decline, quietly eroding the very health they were intended to preserve. The first secret element behind accelerated aging by 50 is the accumulation of fat-soluble vitamins that the body cannot easily eliminate. Unlike water-soluble vitamins, which are excreted through urine when consumed in excess, fat-soluble vitamins such as A, D, E, and K are stored in the liver and fatty tissues. Over months and years, even moderate overconsumption builds up to levels that quietly disrupt normal biological functions. Vitamin A, in particular, is often overlooked as a potential danger. Promoted for its role in maintaining healthy vision, skin, and immunity, it is frequently included in supplements and fortified foods. Yet, when consumed in doses higher than the body needs, it creates toxic effects that mirror the signs of premature aging. Skin becomes drier and thinner, bone density decreases, and the risk of fractures increases. Instead of preserving youth, excess vitamin A accelerates decline. The danger is subtle because the effects develop slowly. A person may feel they are taking proactive steps toward health, while beneath the surface, tissues are becoming more fragile. High levels of stored vitamin A infest the liver, reducing its ability to filter toxins and regulate hormones. At the same time, bone metabolism shifts in a harmful direction, leaving individuals vulnerable to osteoporosis at a time in life when maintaining skeletal strength is critical. This explains why many people over 50, despite faithfully consuming supplements, notice that their joints hurt more, their posture weakens, and their skin ages faster. They attribute it to natural aging, never realizing that their daily intake of a helpful vitamin is the hidden driver of their decline. Scientific studies have shown that populations with high vitamin A intake can face increased risks of bone fractures and liver problems, particularly among older adults. Yet these findings rarely reach the general public, who continue to believe that more vitamins equate to better health. The irony is painful. The very nutrient trusted to protect the body is silently undermining it. This first secret element reveals a crucial truth: aging is not only shaped by what the body lacks, but also by what it has in dangerous abundance. Recognizing this hidden overload is the first step toward slowing down the biological clock and reclaiming a healthier, more balanced path through the later decades of life. The second secret element behind accelerated aging to 50 is the widespread use of synthetic vitamin forms found in supplements and fortified foods. Unlike nutrients obtained naturally from whole foods, synthetic versions are created in laboratories to mimic the structure of vitamins. While they can provide benefits when used carefully, the body does not always metabolize them in the same way. Instead of being absorbed and integrated smoothly, they can accumulate, interact poorly with other nutrients, or trigger imbalances that disrupt the body's delicate systems. This is particularly concerning with vitamins like E, often promoted as powerful antioxidants and marketed as anti-aging solutions. In moderate amounts from natural sources, such as nuts and seeds, vitamin E protects cells from oxidative damage. Yet, when consumed in high synthetic doses, it can paradoxically increase oxidative stress, weaken the immune system, and even raise the risk of cardiovascular disease. The danger lies in the promise of quick results. People over 50, eager to preserve vitality, often take high-dose capsules without realizing that these concentrations far exceed what the body can safely handle. Over time, the protective antioxidant effect flips into its opposite, damaging cell membranes and speeding up the very processes it was meant to slow. This creates a cruel irony, where the pursuit of longevity through synthetic vitamins becomes a hidden engine of decline. Compounding the problem is the overlap of supplements with fortified foods. A person may take a multivitamin in the morning, a vitamin E capsule at lunch, and then consume cereal, snack bars, or energy drinks enriched with the same nutrients throughout the day. The synthetic compounds add up silently, producing levels the body was never designed to manage. Unlike natural food sources, which deliver vitamins in balanced forms, along with fiber, minerals, and phytonutrients, these isolated synthetic doses create artificial peaks that stress the metabolism. The consequences appear gradually. Instead of renewed strength, individuals may feel greater fatigue. Instead of glowing skin, they notice dryness or irritation. Instead of sharper memory, they struggle with lapses. These signs are often dismissed as normal aging, but in reality, they are the product of biochemical imbalances triggered by years of overexposure to synthetic vitamin forms. This second secret element shows that the path to healthy aging does not lie in chasing pills and powders, but in recognizing that the body thrives on balance, moderation, and nutrients derived from natural, whole foods rather than artificial excess. When the accumulation of fat-soluble vitamins is combined with the overuse of synthetic supplements, the body enters a state of constant imbalance that quietly accelerates aging. Each factor alone is harmful, but together they magnify one another's effects, creating a cycle that wears down tissues and organs over time. Excess vitamin A stored in the liver and bones weakens the skeletal structure, while high doses of synthetic vitamin E disturb cellular protection systems, increasing oxidative stress. Instead of functioning as allies, these vitamins become silent saboteurs, undermining the body from within. The result is a biological environment where cells are less able to repair themselves, mitochondria produce energy less efficiently, and inflammation quietly spreads throughout the body. The outward signs often appear gradually, making them easy to mistake for ordinary aging. Skin loses elasticity more quickly, hair thins, and fatigue becomes a daily companion. Muscles weaken faster than expected, leaving individuals vulnerable to falls and slower recovery. Cognitive changes may emerge, with memory lapses and difficulty concentrating, while cardiovascular health begins to decline as arteries stiffen and circulation worsens. What seems like a natural progression of age is in reality a pattern accelerated by years of excessive and poorly balanced vitamin intake. The hidden danger lies in the layering effect of daily habits. A multivitamin in the morning, a fortified breakfast cereal, a capsule of synthetic vitamin E, and a fortified snack later in the day feel like excess, but the body registers this as overload. Unlike deficiencies, which trigger clear warning signs, Vitamin excess often remains silent until the damage is advanced. By the time fractures, liver stress, or cardiovascular issues are diagnosed, the underlying cause has often gone unrecognized for years. This combination creates a cruel paradox. The very routines people adopt to protect their health in later life become the forces that strip it away more quickly. It is not neglect or lack of effort that leads to accelerated decline, but misplaced trust in practices that seem beneficial on the surface. The result is a generation of older adults who may feel they are doing everything right, while unknowingly feeding the very process they fear most: premature aging. Only by recognizing this hidden interaction can the cycle be broken, allowing the body to return to balance and preserve vitality for longer years ahead. The discovery that excess and synthetic vitamins can quietly accelerate aging to 50 leads to an unavoidable conclusion. Action must be taken before the damage becomes irreversible. The first step is awareness. People must begin to question the assumption that more nutrients always lead to better health. The truth is that balance, not abundance, is what protects the body. Instead of filling cabinets with bottles and relying on fortified foods, the focus should shift toward understanding what the body truly needs and respecting its natural limits. The call is to simplify daily choices. A diet built around fresh vegetables, fruits, lean proteins, whole grains, and healthy fats delivers vitamins in their natural forms, bound within the complex structures of food that the body has evolved to process. These natural sources do not overwhelm the system, but nourish it in harmony. Supplements may still have a role, but they should be used carefully, guided by medical testing rather than advertising claims. Blood work and professional advice can reveal whether there is a true deficiency, allowing for targeted correction instead of blind consumption. Consistency is more powerful than excess. 10 minutes of sunlight for vitamin D, a handful of nuts for vitamin E, leafy greens for vitamin K, and colorful vegetables for carotenoids provide a spectrum of nutrients without the dangers of overload. Small daily habits, repeated faithfully, are far more effective in slowing aging than high-dose capsules promising instant results. The shift requires patience, but the rewards are tangible: more stable energy, stronger bones, healthier skin, and a sharper mind. The decision rests with each individual. Every pill taken without thought, every fortified food consumed on top of supplements, becomes a choice between balance and imbalance, between protecting the body and burdening it. By stepping back, reevaluating routines, and embracing moderation, people over 50 can slow the clock that once seemed unstoppable. The hidden accelerants of aging lose their power the moment they are recognized and removed. In their place comes the possibility of aging not with fear and decline, but with strength, vitality, and dignity. The time to act is not tomorrow, but today, beginning with the very next meal and the very next decision.